All artists, and they don't have to be Buddhists. From the Buddhist point of view, anyone who is opening the imagination of others, themselves, whose own imagination opens, and then because it's deroutinized by some kind of awareness of shunyata, of voidness, of freedom, and therefore instead of seeing the usual thing in the sense of like, oh, there's a leaf. I already know what a leaf is. Bang, it triggers my concept leaf, and I look away. Instead of seeing that, I look at the leaf and I see the emerald skin of the Buddha Amoghasiddhi or something. I see something exquisite. And then I express that, and then someone else, they look at it, having read that, and then they see something else. They transfigure the ordinary, or they open to the extraordinary. Either one. Now, of the two bodies of Buddhahood, now when you're a Buddha, your absolute, in a way, Dharmakaya is your wisdom, and it's your self-fulfillment, in a way, and it's inconceivable, and so we can't really say anything much about it, except that it is everything and everyone. But then your personal things that you still have, because within infinity, within voidness, there's room for everybody's Buddhahood. That's another beautiful thing in the Sangha's book, in Maitreya's book. It says, we don't say there's just one Buddha. We don't say there are many Buddhas. We don't say there are many Buddhas because the body of reality of all Buddhas is one with each other. So when you develop your body of reality, your body is Shakyamuni's body. You and Shakyamuni are one. And you're one with every little old lady sweeping the floor in the Irish Parliament, or in everyone suffering in Beirut too, or in Israel. You're at one with all of them. Everyone who just died is about to die, everyone who's in agony, everyone who's having an operation, everyone who needs an operation is not having it, everyone who's starving to death, all the animals who are being killed, all the insects, all the beings in hell, you're one with all of them. But then your personal way, then they say we don't say there's one Buddha on the other hand, because if there was only one, then any one being would become Buddha, and then so they would blast all other beings' consciousness into Buddhahood, and nobody else would get to be Buddha. They'd all be the one Buddha. And each person gets the exaltation of their own enjoyment of being Buddha. And the form body of Buddhahood, which is how a Buddha manifests in response to the need of beings only, but one they get is a heavenly one. It's called the body of beauty, or I call it the body of beatitude. Some other people call it body of enjoyment, which is not bad. And I even know some translators call it body of utility. Oh man, I don't know. There's some really funny ideas. But it means sambhoga. The word sambhoga means orgasm, actually, in the Kama Sutra literature. It means thorough enjoyment in sort of culinary literature. And it means beatitude in Buddha literature. Sambhoga, it's a great word, bhoga. Bhuj is the verb, bhuj, to share in, to participate in. Bhuj, B-H, bhuj. Sambhoga. Sambhoga kaya, body of beauty, body of beatitude. And then nirmanakaya is where, but that is invisible to any but almost other Buddhas and some very advanced bodhisattvas. It's sort of very celestial, it's infinite, But I think of that as like abstract art. Kandinsky, some clay painting, that's where you're just having like fuzzy form and color, like swimming in like soup, quantum soup painting, It's abstract. Abstract expressionism kind of like some lines in there, it gets a little bit rough, because they're drinking too much. But some of the European abstract people, it's like this look beautiful, like Kandinsky I adore, and some, it just really releases you in a certain thing. And then the figurative ones are the Nirmanakaya. They're showing forms that you kind of recognize, and they find the beauty in those forms. So they are transfiguring the ordinary. The abstract artists are kind of manifesting beatific body, Pure Land like type of thing. But the whole thing is about, the whole point of it is to open our imagination to our own potential. to the beauty of the ordinary, and also to how extraordinary we can be. And you know, the more you look through. I enjoyed very much, for example, a little book I wrote just for fun, in an attempt to be literary, for the Oxford Press on anger in a series of the 7 deadly sins. And they wanted me to look at worldwide anger, you know. So I reread, of course, Jesus and the Stoics, and you know, Romans and Greeks, and you know, like medieval Chaucer even, you know, and such things. And they're all teaching the Dharma. Very many of them. Some are kind of a little anti-Dharma, like Aristotle's a little uptight, you know. Oh yeah, we need anger. It's really good because it enables you to get your soldier out there killing the enemy. You know, he's like he's a little sold out to the military-industrial complex, old Aristotle. So, which is why the Roman Empire's, you know, like abuse of Christianity in creating Roman Christianity, imperial Christianity, liked Aristotle, and they didn't like Plato so much, and Socrates, who's more Dharma teacher. Socrates, total Dharma teacher. He's a don't know mind guy, right? Mr. Don't know mind, long before the Korean guy, right? Don't know mind. Oh, what? I'm the wisest man, but I don't know anything. Tell me, what is it? He's a don't know mind man, Socrates. So you discover that all those artists, like you did, that's what's so wonderful. You know, the Dharma Emily Dickinson, Dharma is coming through. Because it's not a religion, it's not an alien Eastern thing. It's reality. It's enlightened beings trying to get through to us. They're all over the place. And they're really frustrated. They're mad even. They go like, have you ever seen those fierce deities? They really get hepped up. Yamantaka, has anybody ever taken a peek at Yamantaka? You want to do Yamantaka? Oh, Yamantaka. Yamantaka is like wisdom in the form of the killer of death. I call it the Buddhist Terminator. The death exterminator. That's the literal meaning of Yama Antaka. Antaka means exterminator, the terminator. And Yama means death. So the death exterminator, or the death terminator. And it's a vision, it's a vision of compassion that is so fierce that when death sees it, it scares him to death. But then death has a weird death, because death, when he dies, he can't kill anybody anymore. And even he can't die. So then death becomes the henchman of the death terminator. And it's the symbol of immortality as the death of death. So even that form will take a form, the artist will take a form of extreme ferocity. So fierce that it's like a deterrent level of ferocity, so no one will fight with it. You know, that's Yamantaka, it's like that. It's beyond that, no one will struggle. The death will not struggle with Yamantaka, does not struggle with Yamantaka. Yeah, because that's Manjushri, you know, the perfect wisdom. And the real Manjushri is every one of your perfect wisdom. And that's what all the Buddhas want, the Buddha artists, is they want you to get your wisdom out and stop letting it be suppressed. And stop constricting it by some notion that you don't understand, that you don't know.